Depot on the beat.
I couldn't believe it, even when out of eye, and I still couldn't see it. This is much deeper than flesh and blood, nigga, we fighting demons. Been double dead by the devil, and I'm still in the fields. Now you get to watch me get it up out of the mud. I couldn't believe it, even when I was out of eye, and I still couldn't see it. This is much deeper than flesh and blood, nigga, we fighting demons. I've been double dead by the devil, and I'm still undefeated. Now y'all get to watch me get it up out of the mud.
Now y'all get to see me without a mud. Everything that I do gon' be out of love. And I'm tired of these trials and these tribulations, and I'm sick of my name always getting drugged. But no, I ain't budge. All of this money and you not pursuing it. All of this time you don't know what to do with it. Counterproductive and counterintuitive. Why you be acting like you all brand new to it? Straight from the gutter, boy, we getting sewer. As soon as we get it, you know we gon' move it quick. All of this money I made from the block, get out the game and invest it in stock. Bought me a whip, get the rest of it up. When you saving on stuff and it messes them up. When we don't be fine, but we stay on our grind. All of my niggas is stepping it up, and they foot on our neck and no letting it up. We level the playing field, even the battle. My son is a scientist, he's splitting at us. Need us more geniuses, I know we got them. I know it's in us, I'm bringing it out. I know I ain't perfect, I'm making them model on Capitol Hill, and I'm bringing them houses. The path that I'm on should nobody follow.
I couldn't believe it, even when out of eye, and I still couldn't see it. This is much deeper than flesh and blood, nigga, we fighting demons. Been double dead by the devil, and I'm still in the fields. Now you get to watch me get it up out of the mud. I couldn't believe it, even when I was out of eye, and I still couldn't see it. This is much deeper than flesh and blood, nigga, we fighting demons. I've been double dead by the devil, and I'm still undefeated. Now y'all get to watch me get it up out of the mud.
We fought hard on this road this longer. Fighting each other won't make us no stronger. Honey, this nigga's been fighting this hunger. I'm at my worst and ain't getting no wronger. No change of silence, I'm making it through. I flip a chair or a table or two. They won't believe what I'm able to do. I'm making these moves, but this a new movement. My dog at the gate and all praises and Anubis. I'm getting too lit in my boat pack with doobies. On my way up and I break through your roofing. Shot for the moon and it made me a star. Got so much drive I can make it to Mars. Can't promise today that I make it tomorrow. Every time that we make is to pay what we borrow. It's to pay what we borrow.
たった一つたった一つのたった一人たった一人の私はここ
Reparations on the table, nigga, we ain't seen shit. Put us under pressure, nigga, we ain't even sweat. Came out shining like a diamond in the middle, what's a mess? On Martin Luther King, bitch, we coming for a check. Headed to the Capitol to stake my feelings in the mind of a rat who you can't ride with me. I'm my only witness when I handle my business. Pull it from the hip, say bye-bye, Billy. No more time for no coasting, I'm on the highway focused. I ain't even smoking, I'm just riding my emotion. Both eyes open, I'm just trying to keep calm. Put an extra set of eyes on him doing recon. Knee deep in snow, say he trying to keep going. Told him get up out the cold before my nigga deep on. Every old wound seem to getting retorn. I'ma write deep on to a nigga reborn. I'ma make a statement before I make it out alive. No Channel 5, I would rather make it live. Before the news try to make a nigga out alive. But the pain in my eyes on a much bigger prize. 5-0 on both hands in the sky. Little do they know it's no plan to survive. I ain't finna give them no chance to decide. I'ma put they feet in both hands in the fire. Dancing in the fire like E-Shake. You gon' test the water, never get both feet wet. We done overexposed the city defense to the overexposure indecent. They don't know they diving in the deep end. Ain't no way that they surviving through the weekend. Everything glowing in the flash like a beacon. Drowned in the flames, it's too late to let it sink in. Got 10 ways I can be vengeful. Sitting on 10 grenades, every last pinful. This guerrilla war, they don't know what they in for. I can hear them at the door trying to move in slow. I can hold them off, I got 3 shots. Taking every soul for at least 3 blocks. I can smell the fire burning through the sheetrock. Seeing bodies in the flame, nigga try and reach out. This is how you practice what you finna speak out. Thinking about the facts that they try to leave out. This is for my roots running through the deep south. Dying for a cause, what we finna beef out. If you ain't about the cause, what you finna beef out. Showing up deep, we gon' bring the streets out. Every man line up, showing what your streets out. An independent state, what a nigga need now.
たった一つのたった一人たった一人の
Power to the dark side, power to the dark side, power to the dark side. God damn, man. Y'all are behind, man. Y'all ain't been with the dark side this whole time, man, from the beginning of the movement. Y'all are behind. We've told y'all what was coming. We've told y'all the only answer. And yet, y'all called us foolish. Y'all called us crazy. You niggas sounded scared. You been spooked. You didn't want to move and do nothing. And now you just got to watch it happen around you. Babylon is falling. Babylon is falling. And like I said, man, it's just funny, man. It's just funny. And I'm with Aaron C right on this one, man. About the dip. Because I'm going to tell you, if this shit turns out to be some WWF wrestling ass shit, man, the stock market is going to go right back bananas. I mean, like never before. So it's either two things is happening. You're going to get a major discount on your stocks and on your crypto right now. And after you get this major discount coming out of it, you'll be rich. Or the market's just going to completely crash and it's all over, which in that case, money won't matter anyway, so you might as well put it in the stock. I mean, it's just simple and plain. You might as well put it in the stock. You know, I was putting together, I was like, man, let me put together some slides for this and shit, right? And I thought about it. I said, man, no. Fuck, I'm gonna do show some pictures, talk about some shit none of us really know about. I don't fucking had no idea what the hell was going on. They said, man, it should be some Wag to Tell that shit. What was it, Wag the Dog or whatever that movie was? The one where they faked everything. But it's just funny, man. The whole world, like, and just think, niggas is so far behind. We are talking about revolution and credit gets brought up, right? Credit is on topic when we talk about revolution. You know, we talking about black people living comfortable in America. Yeah, talk to me about credit and stock market and all that. When we talking about revolution, don't mention that shit to me. You sound silly. We talking about revolution. Revolution. I mean, it's just simple and plain. And so what ends up happening is when you start talking revolution, you start seeing that people are really agents of the system, right? You got a lot of agents. There's some known agents, and then there's sleeper cells. The ones that, you know, they just kind of follow directions. They don't really know exactly what direction you're going in. It's just kind of going with the flow. And they typically say, the shit that they may have heard on TV and this and that. And they don't really know how fucking wrong they are. I even heard a discussion yesterday. Niggas just talking about, hey, why you niggas just ain't bought a whole community? Just get your money and buy it. You don't just buy communities. Like, the fuck is y'all talking about? The system don't work like that. You niggas sound silly and delusional. I told y'all that non-participation was the only way. And look at what we wake up to this morning. Like, what's crazy is, shout out to Green 101. And the fact that, let me give a couple of shout outs too. Shay Bow is in the building. I appreciate you coming through. Terry Smoot in the building. C. Wright. And of course, my man Green 101. Like I said, man, this is it's almost like ridiculous how much we have to say the same thing. Capitalism is the devil. The current way that we live right now, this infrastructure, this system, is unsustainable. It's unsustainable. You got the Colorado River that lost like 60% of its water. That means that the Colorado River powers over 40 million people. Las Vegas, California, or, you know, Las Vegas, Nevada, all of that shit, right? Las Vegas is in Nevada. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Powers all of those different places, correct? They're running out of damn water. They're running out of water in order to power the city. The cities and the infrastructure. Every day, millions of people are quitting their jobs. They're running out of workers to find to fill up these jobs to sustain the infrastructure. The truck drivers who bring in the fucking food and the products and different shit that sustain this infrastructure, they're fucking boycotting and quitting and just got damn arrested at the border. And niggas is around here talking about we gonna build fucking communities in America, and you niggas sound fucking delusional. I'm tired of telling y'all that shit. You're delusional. You're delusional and you're scared, and it's okay. I get it, but just be 100 and get out the fucking way when we talking about revolution. Get out of the way. I mean, like everything that is going on around you, and black people are still planning on the shit that's fucking crumbling right in front of their face. You niggas gotta be slow. You gotta be slow. I told you, they don't have enough this infrastructure. They can't sustain it. They can't sustain it. And most of the shit that they using, the resources that they even using, are raw materials to even keep this shit up and keep you happy. They stealing that from Africa. It's only so long you're gonna be able to do that. It's only so long you will be able to do that. Things are getting ready to get real uncomfortable. Things are gonna get real uncomfortable, and you can, you can and see, this is what's crazy. Black people so fucking out their mind. The whole country has been on this tip for years. Years. Trump comes in office, niggas still sleep. They still don't know what the fuck is going on. The folks ramshacked the goddamn Capitol. You niggas is still talking about building black businesses and circulating the black dollar. The fucking dollar is falling. You don't have a black dollar, you dumbass niggas. The dollar is falling and you don't have a black dollar. You dumbass niggas. The fuck is you talking about circulating dollars for? And somebody please tell me what bozo came up with circulating money in your community makes more money. You're a fucking idiot. Whoever came up with that shit. It doesn't exist. If I give money to Hood, if I give $100 to Hood Therapy, she give $100 to Terry Smoot, he give $100 to Aaron Seahart. Aaron Seahart give $100 to Green 101, and then Green 101 gives me $100. Guess how much money we fucking made? Zero. You dumbass niggas. There's no circulate no fucking money to make no money. That shit don't exist. I don't know who came up with that concept. It was a dumb one. You don't circulate money to make money. Nobody is circulating their money. And there is no such thing as no Asian dollar, no fucking Chinese dollar, no Mexican dollar. Nigga, it's $1. It's white. It got white people on it. We all use it to spend. Simple and plain. You don't control the market. You don't. You don't control inflation. You don't control what backs the fucking fiat currency that you use, which is the fact that backs it is what makes it fiat. I mean, this shit, it gets silly. But meanwhile, the whole world around you is crumbling, and niggas is talking about for revolution, we just need to build black businesses and circulate the dollar. You niggas is ducks. You sound stupid, and you don't know what the fuck you talking about. There is no circulate, no black dollar. There is no black dollar that exists. Dumbass niggas. Damn, how I gotta do this. If you ain't been with the dark side this whole time, you're behind and you're fucking lost. I'm telling you, you're lost. We've been told you what was the answer to this. We told you what was the answer to the to changing our current paradigm, and all you niggas could say was, "What we gonna eat out in the wilderness? You niggas just want us to go out into the wilderness and starve." Well, the infrastructure around you is crumbling. That dollar that you wanted to hold on to so bad, you don't have nowhere to spend it. Like I said, It's just silly. When we're not thinking, the people of the country, the majority people of the country, ransacked the Capitol building, and niggas is talking about we just need to circulate the black dollar. The supplies that keep this infrastructure rolling. Those people the trucking people, they boycotted at the border and got arrested. Boycotted at the border and got arrested. And niggas is talking about we just gonna buy black businesses and circulate the dollar. What the hell are you gonna sell inside of these black businesses, nigga? What? You niggas sound silly. You sound scared. You don't want to fight for nothing. You want this already made shit, and that's what it is. And then you wonder why women look at it as disgusting. Niggas sit up there and jump on panels with women and try to tell whatever you talking about. Nigga, what the fuck is you doing? You sound like a bitch. You move like a bitch. Everything that we doing is bitch made. Niggas is talking, the nigga that slapped you, took your TV, and we talking about how we gonna save up money to buy it back from. You sound silly. I told y'all what was getting ready to happen. I told y'all the infrastructure around you is gonna fall. It's not sustainable. Now you got 40 million people getting ready to lose power on the West Coast. You got all of the supplies and stuff that supply the country. I know you even know this, before they even started the boycott at the border, the shelves inside of the stores was empty. Y'all ain't see that? You were walking into the store. Think about this. Before the people who fill up the shelves in the store boycotted, the shelves were already empty. And you know what niggas was talking about? How we gonna get up this money and start circulating this money where we ain't got nowhere to fucking spend it? I told you, non-participate. And that's why I be saying, man, I beat up the Bible for so long. But I gotta say, man, the more I talk, man, the more you niggas sound like Israelites. The more. I can only think about, I think about the words that they told Moses when they was in the wilderness. Man, why did you pull us out of Egypt? They were telling this man, why did you take us out of Egypt, out of slavery? The food was plentiful there. The bread was plentiful. We had water. We were comfortable. Why'd you pull us out of there? That's why I say, man, I be trying to say it, but it's like, God damn, it's almost like these damn curses is real. We've accepted the program. We got to get out of that. We got to get out of that. We look at the Exodus story, that was non-participation. That was the first-hand example of non-participation. You niggas is talking about what we gonna eat. Nigga, you gonna eat love. Fuck is you talking about? 50 million black people can't feed each other. They deserve to die. This shit is crazy. We don't have time to sit up here and keep playing this game that's set up for us to lose. It sounds silly. Who sits down to play Monopoly against somebody who got all of the property on the fucking board bought up and all of the money? Who sits down to play that game and honestly think we're gonna win this shit? We finna compete. All we gotta do is circulate our Monopoly bucks amongst each other. You think it sounds silly, man? Circulate your money and then go what? Rent some property off of who? The people that you fighting against. Nigga, you've been at war for 500 years and it ain't stopped yet. The only person who don't know that they at war is your dumb ass. Wake up. Wake up. We're not going to get any respect from our women. It's just not going to come until we make something shake. We look like we're actually willing to die for some shit. We look like we actually ready to move and ready to make something happen. They're crying, complaining like, nigga, you ain't built this no infrastructure, you ain't put this in nothing, but you complaining that we participate in the infrastructure that's built. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So you can't go in and then complain about her participation in the infrastructure. And nigga, you're just as comfortable in the infrastructure as she is. You don't want to go and build nothing because there won't be any washing machines there. Now, if our women say that, that's one thing. It's understandable. But the men, you niggas is talking about running water and like you can't dig no fucking ditch and get water out of a well. You niggas is acting like you don't know how to grow food and till the ground and get food for the family. You can't hunt. This shit's silly. Like for men to sound like that, that shit sounds weak, soft, and you wonder why women talking shit about us and dogging us all through these YouTube streets. I get why women participate. It's understandable. But men, y'all niggas is on some bullshit. We in the middle of a war and you niggas is talking about, I just gotta get my money right. What you think we finna do? Buy a victory? You niggas trying to pay for a revolution. There's no amount of credit. There's no amount of loans we gonna get. There's no amount of any of that that's gonna get us out of this hole. You're in the middle of a war. Understand where your power is. I already told y'all what the power is. We were given the power and the blueprint on what fuels, right? People making sacrifices for each other is agapic energy. Simple and plain. Look at the civil rights movement. What were they doing? It was a non-participation movement fueled by what? Agapic energy. Therefore, those people were willing to not only take beatings, they were willing to put their life on the line for a future that they knew that they would not even see. That's a part of the move. That's the sacrifice. That's the only currency that we need. You can't buy a victory. This is silly. There's no price. I take that back. You can't use fiat currency for a revolution. Malcolm X already told us what it was going to cost us for freedom. The price of freedom is death. Even when this country was built, the motto for this country being built was give them liberty or give them death. You niggas is the only ones that think you're not going to have to die, you're not going to have to starve, and you're just going to buy your way up out of this shit. It don't work like that. Quit sounding like a bitch, especially in front of our women. This shit sounds silly. Niggas want to circulate the black dollar. This is crazy. What black dollar? What black dollar? You got somewhere that your dollar is coming from that I don't know about. Because for last time I checked, money comes from the Federal Reserve, which ain't so federal. Niggas is silly. Niggas telling this is a free state. You niggas don't control the market. You don't control the market. They're selling milk at $5. What you think that you're gonna buy milk and sell it at $3.50? You sound stupid. You sound silly, and it makes no sense. You don't set the market. The market is already set. What you're gonna sell what price you're gonna sell milk at, what price your t-shirts is gonna be at. Why? Because you have to have competitive pricing. So there's a market set, which means they got a price that they're gonna sell you this at. And you now have to compete with Walmart, who bought way more of that product than you did. Way more. So of course they got it for way cheaper. You got a competition now in the play, and you're talking about fixing the situation in places where people are already on fixed income, where they can't already, every penny is counted that they're going to spend for the month. But what do black people say? And that's why I be talking about this black capitalism bullshit. Well, black people just gonna have to spend more. You don't have more. Quit falling for that. We got this $1 trillion spending power bullshit. We don't have no spending power. The silliness that's done. Forbes was talking about money that was already gone. Money that's already spent. You don't have no spending power. Do you, at the end of the month, do you count before you pay all your bills? You talking about money? Do you count you don't count the money that you get ready to pay that's going towards your bills and rent and all of that as spending power? You would never do that. So why the fuck would they make a full article on that? Full article on money they know you're getting ready to spend on regular shit. Why? Because it wasn't about us. It was about capitalism and being able to sell something to us. Stop falling for this bait. This is crazy. It's been like pulling teeth. And it's sad though the people who have fought against the non-participation, the non-participation movement, most of them were supposed to be believers, people of faith. And yet, every time I said something about what we would have to do and what kind of move we would have to make, the niggas, all of them showed they had no fucking faith at all. No belief, no faith, none of it. So the question is, where do we go from here? Do you niggas still talk about circulating this black dollar? Or do you finally look around and say, damn, white people done damn ransacked the capital. All of the supplies that we need, tissue, water, everything that keeps this place going normal, all of that is held up at the border. Russia's on the attack. You might be falling into World War III. The full stock market is crashed. Cryptocurrency is crashing. And niggas is talking about let's just circulate the black dollar and start up black businesses. No raw materials. No, you know what I'm saying? Nothing. But we're just gonna do all of this and stop playing the game. You're sitting down at a monopoly board, and the person that you're playing against has already bought up all of the property on the board. I know we're competitive, and you know how you can. There's ways to compete. You compete smartly. Even like a boxer, right? We talk about like the way boxing matches go. If you're the little guy and you're going in there against the big guy, you don't just fight the way the big guy fights. No, that's stupid. That's how you lose. You fight your style and you try to make him fight the way that you want him to fight. You don't fight under his conditions, under his rules. This is silly. Flip the board. But I already know, oh yeah, little faith. That's all I gotta say, man. I I spent a lot of time beating up the Israelites, but damn it, they may have been right. They may have been right. Maybe we fall under these curses. Maybe. Because I've never seen nothing like it. I've never seen more God-fearing people who put all of their faith in the fucking system that's against them. Never seen it in my life. And it's sad because grown men is running around here with this goddamn paradise dream and selling that dream to our babies as if nobody is going to die in this revolution. Nobody is going to stop. There is no way to stop people from dying, starving, and being misplaced. It's just impossible. This revolution, things have got to be ugly. Things have got to be ugly. The problem is we so damn selfish. We're trying to make sure that we can see the goal, that we get to benefit off of the work. We are not going to benefit off the work that's got to be done. Your baby may not benefit off of it. Your baby's babies, but eventually know that down the line it is coming to us. The issue is we keep pushing off this sacrifice that we have been supposed to have made. We keep pushing this off on the next generation and then on the next generation. And that right there is totally the opposite of self-preservation. Because anybody else would know that, damn, You're supposed to sacrifice what you have going on to ensure a better future for your children and your children's children. But we don't think like that no more. And I told you, we've been here so long in this system, this shit is addictive. The system is just addictive. You start thinking like that. You fall under that paradigm. Now you got us thinking that. But think about how much we've fallen into the doctrine of being here in this system. You got us talking about there's not enough food for everybody. There's not enough shelter for everybody. There's not enough water. The scarcity argument. No, there's plenty. There's not enough for people to hoard food and throw away food and for Walmart to leave their fucking lights on all night and all day. No, there's not enough for that, but there's plenty for everybody. There's plenty. Get over this life. Get over it. We said like it's crazy to me how much faith, how like we talk this shit like we just got the faith. We got the faith. But when it comes down to actually sacrificing your life, we're not really willing to do that. We're not really willing to go that far. We're not willing to make ourselves uncomfortable for the future. It's like we got to make sure we're getting the credit for what occurs. Like, no, nigga, we just got to get the shit done. We got to get the ball rolling. So when is it? Or are we going to wait around and get our ass whooped? People talk white supremacy dead and this and that. White supremacy is aggressive. It doesn't just sit back and let you do you. It's aggressive. And right now, we're not matching the aggression whatsoever. We're moving along as if nothing is going on around us. Babylon is falling, people. Babylon is falling. And you'll go on about your day. And tomorrow, the same conversation will pop up. How do we fix the problem in the black community? Well, we just got to build more black communities and then circulate that money inside of it. Who said that circulating money makes money? I just want to know. Somebody break down the science of it. Somebody, please. Please break down the science of how many times I have to circle $100 for it to turn into $200. Tell me that. How many times does $100 circle around and then turn into $200 for Asian people, per se? Since everybody like to use them, their money circulates. Nobody even knows what the fuck that means, which it doesn't mean anything at all. Because Asian people don't have money. They're using white people money, the same money everybody else is using. It comes from the Federal Reserve. Where are we at? We used to be, it's almost like we've been calling for these times. The end times is coming. The times is here. The times of tribulation. And they get here and niggas get quiet, play dumb, don't know what the fuck going on, act like they blind and can't see shit all of a sudden. You got fucking religious organizations telling people to go get jabbed up. Like, goddamn, these niggas have lost faith. You got religious organizations that stop congregating together in person. Then talked all that shit about the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast get here, and now these religious organizations is telling you to go get it. Go get the mark. Go get the mark. It'll save you. Like, damn, y'all niggas just spent. No, that ain't the mark. That's why, because it ain't the mark of the beast. That's a different mark. I'm telling you, man. You're gonna find out who really is about that life when shit hit the fan. I just watch. I sit back and watch. I listen to your doctrine. I listen to the shit that you spilling out your mouth. And then I'll sit back and say, okay, well, we'll see if sounds good. We'll see. And every time we find out people aren't really about their people when we start talking about capitalism, when we start talking about non-participation, when we start talking about the market of the beast, all of a sudden he's got every excuse in the world. I mean, just think about the religions. Like the day we're living in is literally the day that every church was talking about like 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Everybody. The mark of the beast. You're gonna have to get it. You won't be able to buy stuff. We watching it happen right before your eyes. Right before your eyes is literally taking place. And where is the church? They're fucking silent. They're quiet. And in fact, they even setting up centers where you can come and get the jab at their place. Where these niggas are supposed to be believing. Like, man, I can't do it, bro. You can't make shit like this up. And they so slick with their doctrine, they can just word it in a way to where it looks like they're not running fucking scared right now. I know you're running scared. I see y'all. It's crazy. You would think out of all times, church people would be up, happy, jumping for joy. The time that they've been fucking crying about and claiming was coming for thousands, it's here. And where are they all at? Participating in the fucking system. Participate. Get along. Happy to get along. What do you say? To go along, get along. Okay? You should be ashamed and embarrassed. So you hear your women complaining about what have you built lately and what exactly, why should we trust our lives in your hand and this and that? And what have you done? What have you fought? Think about this moment before you fix your fucking lip to get up there and say something to them about it. What have you done? When did you decide I won't participate? When? When did you decide I'll make the necessary sacrifice? When? You won't even put your life on the line for kids unless you can ensure that you're gonna survive with them. You won't do it. I see how you move. You're trying to make sure you can secure yourself and your kids. You may not be able to do that. You're supposed to secure your kids first and worry about yourself last. Supposed to. But we've grown up in a selfish, and like I said, if we look at how this system functions, we become just like them. Think about what they talk about when we talk about like the debt deficit in America, the fiscals and different things that we go through. Uh, think about that. All of those are problems because they were willing to push the issue off onto their future generations. That's what people have done. They said, fuck their future and their kids' future. We want ours right now. And they telling them, hey, if you do this, your kids aren't going to have Social Security when they go to retire. Your kids won't have their 401k. There won't be any money there for them to pull if you go through with this. And guess what people said? Fuck my kids. I want my money right now. That's where we're at right now, currently. We've become American. That's why I say you can't continue to operate in this system and think good is going to come out of it. The further that we go into the system, the further apart we're being pulled from each other. It's every day. You can't avoid that. It's the way the system functions. We're in a ladder match. What they used to do, the ladder matches on WWF, niggas have to, it's one ladder in the middle of the city and it's a dollar hanging up above. And we're all fighting on this one ladder. Talking about we're gonna circulate the black dollar. You niggas sound silly. Stop it. And I get it. It's a lack of understanding of capitalism. It's a lack of understanding of war. Like, it's a lot of things, and then mostly it's fear. It's fear. It's fear of the unknown. If Walmart, if you're not getting your food from Walmart, where the hell are you gonna get it from? I get it. That's a scary feeling, ain't it? And it sounded dumb when we were talking about it. But now the time is coming where you got all of this money and you're having less and less places every day to spend your money. Every day. All of this money, but you're coming up with, you're having less and less places every day to spend the money. And yet you made no preparation for the day that Walmart closes its doors because you thought it was a conspiracy theory. Then y'all know that the conspiracy theories was started looking like geniuses 2 years ago when all of this shit, crazy shit started happening. Nobody thought that they would shut down the government. Your ass was in the fucking house and couldn't leave outside, could you? And niggas is still doubting what's coming. It's the inevitable. The shit around you is crumbling. Babylon is finna fall. And niggas is talking about how we gonna accumulate Babylon money. And then got the nerves to look at the women in their face and say, we're fighting. We're fighting hard. How? Talking about credit. Nigga then shot you, kidnapped you, raped women, babies, and everything. And you talking about, I just got to get my credit together. Black people just get their credit right. We'll be what? We'll be what, nigga? The fuck you mean? Weirdo shit. Niggas ain't about that life, bro. I already know, though. I tell you who can rock. Back when I lived my life, I was in it, doing what I was doing. I could have been a sacrifice. You niggas could have put me to work and put me in the right direction and sacrificed me at that time. Nigga, we was out there doing dumb shit for no reason. Could you imagine if we was on some game shit for actual legit cause? We could have made something happen, made something shake. But when we say that, we don't need to do that. So then y'all just let our little niggas die for no reason anyway. So we're gonna have to make sacrifices. Just telling y'all. It's gonna take a lot of love. Whole lot. And we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Because like I said, man, when we look at Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans, one thing that showed me is when black people get under pressure, they do what they supposed to do. Them brothers had all kind of systems running and getting food to the people in the projects and getting food to people who were stuck on their homes and older people who couldn't go out there and get nothing, supplies and stuff that they needed. You had whole set. You had the men in those communities was setting up shit for them and getting that shit done during Katrina when nobody else was sending help, and we're getting shot down for it by the fucking police and helicopters and shit. On top of that, and not only just police, random white people who just come, that it's always a green light for them to keep law and order, aka come shoot black people for free. All of that, they still was able to get a system going to make sure that people weren't starving in the places that needed it the most. So I know One thing I know is that black people, we do better under pressure. That's all. You're just too fucking comfortable. That's all. And that's why I be meaning by when niggas be talking about planning to get more comfortable. No, no, no. We don't need more comfortability. That's our problem. Niggas need less comfortability. Then you'll move. Know how like you didn't go out and get that fucking job until you got kicked out. Soon as you got kicked out, you had to sleep outside. All of a sudden, nigga, you figured out how to get a job quick as hell, nigga. Quick as hell. Shout out to Coffee Hill in the building. What's good with you? God body power to the dark side. Damn. Yeah, man. I mean, we've been telling y'all, you got Kofi. Everything that's happening around you, we've been telling you guys about this for 4 years. You called us crazy, lunatics, psychos. We're just, whoa. The terror, we, uh, think of some of the other terms that was all kind of any term you can think of. Blue and Lex just want us to all die. Like, remember all of that shit? When all we were saying was, hey man, get your mind ready for non-participation. The shit around you isn't sustainable. You need to be mentally prepared to move forward without it. That's our only answer anyway to a future. They just looked at us like we was crazy. Now all of a sudden, COVID then shut down everything. Every day, millions of people stop going to work. Every single day right now, millions are not going to work. Don't think that it's worth it anymore. They just don't feel like it's worth it anymore. They good. I'm like, man, it's bullshit. I'm straight up that. The truckers boycotted the border and then got arrested. Russia has invaded. And notice the problem with Russia, they don't have a problem with you invading countries. Notice, if you notice what they're saying, Russia is invading a European country. That's a difference. For some reason. That's a difference. You can't, don't you dare invade another European country. We're civilized. That's what they said. That's not how civilized people handle this. Civilized people sit down and talk. Like, damn, like y'all did with Saddam Hussein. Do you think y'all handled that civilized? You pulled the nigga out of a hole, bro. After you shook his fucking hand. You pulled him out of a hole and hung him in front of, like, naked and hung him in front of his people. Was that civilized? Nah, because it's a difference between who they're dealing with. But black people have moved on and thought that the world has changed. The world has not changed. You're just getting your ass whooped. The world ain't changed. My man Mongo Slade is in the building, man. Power to the dark side, God. We've been telling them, Mongo. We've been telling them. Now everybody wake up today scared. Spook. Realize all the money that you can collect it. You ain't finna have a fucking place to spend it. Nowhere. Where you gonna go with it? You've made no preparation spiritually. You made no preparation physically. You should be scared. Yeah, facts, Kofi. These white folks is about to destroy themselves. Shout out to Russia. Power to the dark side to that shit, bro. Power to the dark side. I told y'all, man, we may not survive this. But you know what? Some black people will. Whoever does, they'll be the future. I'm glad this is happening. I woke up this morning, I said, man, I'm going to celebrate today. This is the fall of Babylon. The infrastructure around me could be crumbling. There's no need for me to cry. Yeah, I might starve. I may just starve I may die trying. Who knows what's getting ready to happen? But you know what? I know overall the future for black people look brighter. Looks a lot brighter today than what it did yesterday. I'm sorry, man. That air, it just smells like the fall of some European shit to me. I mean, y'all don't smell that? I'm telling you, man. I said, man, let me get up here and celebrate with my people, man. Niggas may not know how good of the news you're seeing. The nigga that slapped you is getting ready to get his ass knocked out. Sit down and celebrate. Sit down, celebrate. You understand what's getting ready to happen. You understand. Everybody has fallen asleep at the wheel but the dark side. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. They fell asleep at the wheel. Nobody one time told y'all non-participation. All they did was tell you how bad the system was, how much the system was against you. But you need to continue in the system. Not once did they say, stop participating in the system. Diane Nash said that. She said that oppression always requires the oppressed. The oppressed must participate in their own oppression. Without the participation of the oppressed, there is no oppression. Simple and plain. That was the model. Oppression always needs the oppressed. We get up willing to get our ass whooped every day. We know our taxes is going towards a propaganda machine that is trying to tell the whole world that we're worthless, we're nothing, we haven't contributed anything to the planet. But yet we'll pay taxes to that propaganda machine. We'll support them with our viewership and our attention. Like today, attention is the new currency. Attention is the currency of today. And today, what are we doing? What are we doing? Giving our enemy all the attention that they want. All the attention that they want. And what are they doing? Transferring your attention, that energy, and they're fueling their economy. They're fueling the fight against you. Like it's based on us. This is based on us. They built the table on our backs. We just ain't stood it up yet. We just ain't stood up yet. It's in you though. I know it's in you. The problem is you have to embody it and understand that you're embodying this. You niggas want to believe in Jesus. You're supposed to be embodying Jesus. You're the sacrifice. Instead, you want somebody else to do it for you. No, nigga. You're the sacrifice. Until you get up every day and carry your cross, you don't understand what the message was. It flew right over your head. When they needed water in the wilderness, Moses tapped on a rock, water flowed. You know what they was telling you? That when it's time for you to do what you have to do, things will fall in line for you. Things will fall in line for you. But you got to have your energy and your mind in the right place. You can't go up to the rock not believing there's no water in the rock. You got to know it's water in the rock. So when you tap it, it flows out for you. The problem is y'all are going to the rock. Y'all don't have no faith. You don't believe there's water in the rock. You're second guessing it. You're asking questions. You're cursing God. But it's okay. But that's why I'm here. I'm here to bring y'all back into the fold. I already told y'all that. I'm going to bring you back into the fold, one way or another. One way or another. You spent a long time in the light, too long in the light, and didn't know that you was walking around with your eyes closed. Now it's time for you to come over here to the darkness and open up your eyes. See what's going on around you. I believe I gotta do. I believe that heat and pressure only creates a diamond. And if there's one thing that 400 years have showed us is that we are definitely diamonds. We are not going to be easy. We ain't going to be easy to break, right? We're not going to be easy to destroy. It's just not going to happen. We're practically indestructible. We're practically indestructible. Somebody got a demon on them. I see it. Don't worry, Shantae. We're gonna get that. We praying. We praying that off of you though. I get it. We praying that off of you. We gotta get y'all to the dark side. I get it. You've been in the light. You've been in the light. You've been in the light. And that's what you see where it's gotten us. We've been walking around with our eyes closed. But you know that you meet the creator in the darkness. It's not gonna be in the light. It's in the darkness. You know, you find out a lot about yourself in the darkest part of yourself. That's where you truly are, is in the darkness. We're afraid to go into the darkness though and to go see what we look like. We're afraid to go in there and go fix what's wrong because we've been taught to be afraid of the dark. And people don't even know how serious, like that's seriously like deep psychologically. Like this grown people still won't go into places if the lights ain't on. Scared to go into the dark. There's nothing but truth in there. I promise you. There's nothing but truth in the dark. There's nothing but truth in the dark. Non-participation is the only answer, still is the only answer. Yeah, man, you know how it is, Mongo. We gotta bring them along slowly. Eventually, they'll get what the dark side means. See, and let me say that, and that's what people fail to realize, right? We talk bad about dark and darkness and black, and then when you go into school and your kid and the teacher puts up darkness on the board, she's gonna do the same thing. And then when we go to history class, guess what they're gonna do when you go into history class? They're gonna show you where all of the dark races live and where all of the dark people are, and talk about the blackness and the black plagues. We just don't know that they're talking about us. The dark side isn't just even about necessarily dark and light. It's to kind of get away from those type of words anyway. It's even like when we talk about like masculine and feminine, right? And so you have these two energies, masculine and feminine, which in actuality they're just we could say negative and positive. And when I say negative and positive, I don't mean as in good and bad. I mean just literally negative and a positive charge, right? And so we know, like even when we're dealing with magnets, there's a negative and a positive. You're not gonna be able to attract two positives. You're not gonna be able to attract two negatives, right? That's the same thing when you talk about masculine and feminine. So feminine is automatically on you. There's no way you can change that. Masculine is automatically on you. There's no way that you can change that. Those things can't be attributed to what you do. They just are what they are. They're just two energies. Same thing, light and dark. They're just two energies of the same substance at that. And mind you, the two energies of the same substance is all depends on what side you're on. You have to remember what we're going through is darkness, but to them, this is light. This is great to them. This isn't so good for you. But as a whole, I know we better than this. I've seen this in action and shit hits the fan, and I'm confident that black people will do a much better job this time around. But when we talk about revolution, leave that credit shit where it's at. That's all I'm asking. When we're talking about revolution, don't mention black businesses to me. I'm going to look at you crazy. You sound defeated. When we're talking about revolution, please don't talk to me about circulating no fiat currency with no white people. I'll say it one last time. Malcolm X told us what it was. The price of freedom is death. There's no getting around it. People are going to have to be uncomfortable. A lot of people are going to die. A lot of people, babies included, are going to starve. A lot of people are going to be misplaced. Those are the necessary evil in order for us to even be able to get through the current turmoil that we are in right now. But you can still go to the rock and you can wonder if water is going to come out of that rock or not, or you could know. When I go to the rock, I know water is coming out. That's why I tell y'all about even the concepts when we talk about like that. That'd be the difference when we talk about faith. Grandma never tried to prove grandma's Jesus to anybody because grandma knew her Jesus was real. So grandma wasn't going to try to prove about Jesus walking on water. And you know, grandma's faith was so strong that I know if it was her, she could walk on water because she wouldn't doubt that she could. If it was told to her that she could walk on water, grandma is going to walk on water, no hesitation. I'm telling you that not only can you walk on water, but you have the ability to raise the dead. You have the ability to heal the sick. You have the ability to create a new heaven and a new earth. In you is also the ability to change this reality currently. That's in you. That power has already been given to you. Stop ignoring. Stop ignoring. I know we can walk on water. I know we can. I know we can cross the Jordan River. No problem. I know we can. That's the thing. These things have already been claimed. It's already been written. You have to claim it. If your name is on something, you have to claim it in order to receive it. You're scared to put it into effect. If we have the power of the Most High, like I know we do, you don't have to worry about what you're going to eat in the wilderness. 50 million black people are going to eat. You don't have to worry about what are we going to drink in the wilderness. 50 million black people will not go thirsty. Not all 50. God damn, I expect after maybe a few million, we'd figure out how to get some food and water. Or somebody's get cooked. I don't know. No, I'm just playing. Let me stop. Y'all already. I told y'all, man. So I'm just gonna speak it in existence. I want y'all to know I am proud of y'all for exactly the steps that you are getting ready to take. I am proud of y'all for getting ready. You are going to cross the Jordan. That's what we're getting ready to do. We're getting ready to cross the Jordan. We will survive the wilderness. We will cross the Jordan. And we will be in the promised land. Don't ask me no more how we gonna get where we gonna get food from and water and shit. We're gonna do just like Moses did and go knock on a rock. I believe. I want to see if the people who didn't burn their Bible believe. That's my question. The people who did not burn their Bible, do you believe that the Most High is going to let us all starve in the wilderness? Okay, here I come. So with that being said, man, y'all already know the time it is. Power to the dark side. Babylon is falling. But together, if you are listening to this right now, we are Babel. Let's build.
Depot on the beat.
I couldn't believe it. Even when out of eye, and I still couldn't see it. This was much deeper than flesh and blood. Nigga, we fighting demons. Been double dead by the devil, and I'm still in the field. Now you get to watch me get it up out of the mud. I couldn't believe it. Even when I was out of eye, and I still couldn't see it. This was much deeper than flesh and blood. Nigga, we fighting demons. I've been double dead by the devil, and I'm still undefeated. Now y'all get to watch me get it up out of the mud.
Now y'all get to see me without a mud. Everything that I do gon' be out of love. And I'm tired of these trials and these tribulations. And I'm sick of my name always getting drugged. But no, I ain't budge. All of this money and you not pursuing it. All of this time you don't know what to do with it. Counterproductive and counterintuitive. Why you be acting like you are brand new to it? Straight from the gutter, boy, we getting sewer. As soon as we get it, you know we gon' move it quick. All of this money I made from the block. Get out the game and invest invested in stock. Bought me a whip, get the rest of it up. When you saving, don't stop, man, it messes them up. We gon' be fine, but we stay on our grind. All of my niggas is stepping it up, and they foot on our neck and no letting it up. We level the playing field, even the battle. My son is a scientist, he's splitting atoms. Need us more geniuses, I know we got them. I know it's in us, I'm bringing it out. I know ain't perfect, I'm making them out. On Capitol Hill, and I'm bringing them houses. The path that I'm on should nobody follow.
I couldn't believe it, even when not an eye, and I still couldn't see it. This is much deeper than flesh and blood. Nigga, we fighting demons. The devil dead by the devil, and I'm still in the fields. Now you get to watch me get it up out of the mud. I couldn't believe it, even when I was out of eye, and I still couldn't see it. This is much deeper than flesh and blood. Nigga, we fighting demons. I've been double dead by the devil, and I'm still undefeated. Now y'all get to watch me get it up out of the mud.
We fought hard on this road this longer. Fighting each other won't make us no stronger. I need this niggas been fighting this hunger. I'm at my worst and ain't getting no wronger. No change of silence, I'm making it through. I flip a chair or a table or two. They won't believe what I'm able to do. I'm making these moves, but this a new movement. My dog at the gate and all praise to the Anubis. I'm getting too lit in my boat pack with doobies. On my way up and I break through your roof and shot for the moon and it made me a star. Got so much drive I can make it to Mars. Can't promise today that I'll make it tomorrow. Every time that we make is to pay what we borrow. It's to pay what we borrow.
たった一つたった一つのたった一人たった一人の私はここ
Reparations on the table, nigga, we ain't seen shit. Put us under pressure, nigga, we ain't even sweat. Came out shining like a diamond in the middle, what's a mess? On Martin Luther King, bitch, we coming for a check. Headed to the Capitol to stake my feelings in the mind of a radical, you can't ride with me. I'm my only witness when I handle my business. Pull it from their hips, say bye-bye, Billy. No more time for no coasting, I'm on the highway focused. I ain't even smoking, I'm just riding my emotion. Both eyes open, I was trying to keep calm. Put an extra set of eyes on them doing recon. Knee deep in snow, say you try and keep going. Told him get up out the cold before my nigga deep on. Every old wound seem to getting retorn. I'ma write deep on so a nigga reborn.
Cut off that your house shot.
I'ma make a statement before I make it out alive. No Channel 5, I would rather make it live. Before the news try to make a nigga out alive. But the pain in my eyes on a much bigger prize. 5-0 on both hands in the sky. Little do they know it's no plan to survive. I ain't finna give them no chance to decide. I'ma put they feet in both hands in the fire. Dancing in the fire like Eshak. You gon' test the water, never get both feet wet. We done overexposed the city defense to the overexposure indecent. They don't know they diving in the deep end. Ain't no way that they surviving through the weekend. Everything blown in the flash like a beacon. Drowned in the flames, it's too late to let it sink in. Got 10 ways I can be vengeful. Sitting on 10 grenades, every last pinful. This guerrilla war, they don't know what they in for. I can hear them at the door trying to move in slow. I can hold them off, I got 3 shots. Taking every soul for at least 3 blocks. I can smell the fire burning through the sheetrock. Seeing bodies in the flame, nigga try and reach out. This is how you practice what you finna speak out. Thinking about the facts that they try to leave out. This is for my roots running through the deep south. Dying for a cause, what we finna beef out. If you ain't about the cause, what you finna beef out. Showing up deep, we gon' bring the streets out. Every man line up, showing what your street out. An independent state, what a nigga need now.